Yes guys, this is a whole big heap of knives. But which one is my favourite? Stay tuned. Well, Wally here, and Bruno, get... Yes, so bushcraft knives, guys, are survival knives. I'm just not really going to... I'm not really going to put a label on these guys. But knives that are used in that sort of thing, and for that sort of bushcraft survival type situation, guys, they come in all shapes and sizes, right? And I have lots of different ones, okay? So look, ranging from the absolutely massive, you know, condor. This is the bushcraft parang, I think is what you call this one, okay? You know, going down in size to the Chris Kane companion. I got gloves on, it's very cold, guys. You know, which is similar in shape. You know, there's something going on here that you can see. This is my preferred shape, the parang type shape, guys. Down to, you know, your 3mm thick, 3.5mm, 3mm thick, your 2mm thick, guys. You know, your condor Kephart, and down into your Mora knives as well, guys. Your Camsol, I think you call this, guys. I have lots of knives. I also have some fighting knives and hunting knives and stuff like that as well, guys. But over the years I have used a fair few, right? And I just want to talk about which of these are my favorite and why, okay? So here's the thing. This is a small part of my collection, okay? And these ones are just here because they serve a purpose for this video, in that they show different types of knives. So I'm going to very quickly discard these. What was that, Bruno? Don't you take that knife. And this one. Okay. It's going to be a quick video, guys. And I am going to move the camera. So this is what it boils down to. It boils down to my most used knives, okay? And like a lot of you guys, you know, there's a story and there's a journey through all this, and how you get to a certain point. Is that a stick for me to throw, Bruno? Is it? Oh, you want it? This is where somebody is screaming now, going, "Wally, throw the stick, throw the stick, throw the stick!" So, like a lot of you guys, I would have started off using Mora knives, and actually more specifically I would have used Hultafors knives a lot, guys, which I found to be quite, like, I found them to be the same, if not better quality than the Moras, and cheaper, okay? So, and a fair range out there. Now this was before Mora really started getting into the bushcraft side of things and having bushcraft specific knives and stuff like that. Then I went down the road of Schrade knives. I think I had an SCHF 9 for a good while. A brute of a knife, absolute brute. Very similar to, as far as I can remember, similar to this, to the companion, okay? But as you get more and more into these hobbies, and into any hobby, guys, your tastes become a wee bit more expensive. And I got into custom knives and got a couple of knives made for me and stuff like that. And then I was in a shop, in a hunting shop that I used to do a bit of work with a friend of mine, and he said, "There's a knife there you might like," and this is the knife right here, guys. And this, I don't know if it's my favorite, okay, but this. My ass is going to be freezing. Everything's frozen down here, guys. Away, Bruno. This is the Spyderco Bushcraft UK, okay? I am not going to go into how this was designed or where it came from and all that jazz, because I don't remember, okay? This is a 4mm thick Scandinavian ground. Oh, the camera's focusing on the dog. It's a Scandi grind, or Scandinavian ground, full tang knife. Okay, the most amazing thing, it's not the most amazing thing, one of this knife, right? Oh, let's put it like this. I was in the shop, I said, oh, that's nice. Your man says, put it in your hand. And I put it into my hand, guys. And as soon as I held this knife in my hand, I went, I need one of these knives. Okay. I could have it 4 years maybe, okay? And I have never replaced it, okay? I have never gone looking for another knife, ever, right? This is the one that I can use for, absolutely, I've used this for everything. Absolutely everything, guys. It's not a custom knife, but no, it's not a custom knife. It's a factory produced knife, okay, but it is excellent, unbelievably good. Anybody who has one will swear by it, guys, and I am the same. It's just fantastic. I know it has the Spyderco hole in it. That is a little bit pointless, okay? But this handle is just something else. It really, really is. Now, the main downfall on that knife is the sheath is terrible, okay? This is an aftermarket sheath that I got made for this, okay? So, these retail, at the time, I think they retailed for around £200, okay? Now, I was really happy with that knife, and I was using it a lot. And what I did find, guys, is that before I set up this separate channel, I didn't do a lot of knife reviews because I didn't want a different knife. I didn't need one. I didn't feel like that, oh no, I need a different knife to try. So it was a friend of mine, Steve McDermott, said to me, he says you got to try this. I was going down this primitive route. I was interested in Kephart knives and stuff like that, and probably had watched The Revenant or something. I definitely had read it, you know, so I was interested in that frontier style package, you know, with the belt pouches and all that jazz. And I got a couple of Kepharts to try, and I ended up, I bought two, one being the Condor. This is actually Evie's knife, which I just found to be a very small knife and not really suited to what I needed, guys. But this is the K-Bar Kephart, or the BK62, okay? And this is a knife that I never would have tried until Steve said to me, you got to get your hands on this and see what it's like. Now, in the beginning, it wasn't for me, okay? The handle is too skinny and the blade is too long. But what I have found in using it, guys, is that it is a class knife. It really is. It's just really nice in the hand, even with gloves on. Not that this isn't, you know. This is still nice with gloves. It doesn't make any difference, guys. It's a really nice knife, you know. And there's so much history involved in these Kephart style knives. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, going back to the frontiersmen and stuff like that as well. And probably before that, you know, in fairness, you know. But guys, a very, very, very capable knife. It doesn't have the ground down spine or anything like that for striking ferro rods, you know, because they didn't have ferro rods back in those days. It is a full flat ground, probably full flat ground with secondary bevel. I don't know if you guys would describe it as that, but it is very capable. It makes really nice feather sticks. It battens quite well. I know, I said it. Kill him, kill Whelll. Okay, batten, yes or no in the comments, guys. The handle, even though it is thin, it is not uncomfortable. It is a knife that I have used all day. It's very, very good. The sheath is excellent as well, guys. It doesn't come with this dangler. That's something a castrum dangler that I just picked up there, about 12 quid. So two very, very capable knives, and two quite different knives. Okay, different in thickness, different in grind. Do you know what I mean? But and different in profile. But which one is my favorite? That is the question. Which one is my favorite? I don't know. I'm thinking about it now. I had an answer when I was leaving the house, but now I am not so sure. Right, I have to make a decision on this, guys. I am going to say that my favourite Bushcraft, or my favourite knife out of all the knives I own, is the Spyderco Bushcraft UK. Why? I don't know. It's a nice knife. They're both excellent knives, guys. It just, you put it, I think it's just when you put it into your hand, you just go, yeah, that's class. And it's as simple as that. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty.